Hey, what's going on? Ryan here with Intersection Records, talking about the Smile concert from last night at the Factory in Chesterfield, Missouri. The Smile is a band, an offshoot of Radiohead, featuring Tom York on bass, guitar, and keys, and piano. Jonny Greenwood from Radiohead, of course, on bass, guitar, keys, and synths. And Tom Skinner on drums. Tom is a fixture in the avant-garde London jazz scene. Just fantastic drummer for what they're doing here. Again, it's a three-piece augmented by Robert Stillman on saxophone and some keys. Robert also opened up the show with an ambient jazz keyboard thing where he was overdubbing saxophone over that. It was interesting. It was maybe a little bit long, but relaxing and cool. You know, this band has been around since 2020. They have one studio album, A Light for Attracting Attention, which came out last year, and they played a lot of that record. They also have a Live at Montreux record that was released last summer as well. So we'll get into the set list. All I can say is, you know, my expectations going in should have been higher than they were, because I've seen Radiohead several times, and I've seen Atoms of Peace, which is York's project with Nigel Godrich, who produced, by the way, the record. Anytime you can see Tom York, it's a pleasure. And Jonny, you know, I hadn't seen since the Moon-Shaped Pool tour. Anyway, let's get into this. It was an amazing night of music. The lights, the production, the sound. Panvision started off. York's at the keys, Johnny's on bass, Stillman is on saxophone, you know, and then they go into speech bubbles, and now York's got his Gibson SG guitar out. Johnny's moved over to keys while playing the harp. You know, it's just a night of musical chairs, you know, interplaying. In between every song, the roadies come out and bring out a bass for Jonny, or a bass for York, or a guitar. The opposites next. Hairdressers next. Skinner's tight hi-hat work, just fantastic. Waving a white flag, just synth genius. Murky, a bit dark. Under My Pillow, big prodding riff, followed by We Don't Know What Tomorrow Brings, with Jonny now on bass. Just a rocker. Some new music was played from an upcoming album that Jonny says they have a treasure trove of music available for a new record. The first new song was Colors Fly. Stillman's returning on sax, York on bass, Jonny on guitar, and then Thin Thing. You know, the Smile just takes on a new form when you see them live. I mean, you know, I've listened to the record, and it's hard to get into. I mean, what are you doing when you're listening to a Smile record? Maybe you're out on the highway. Maybe you have time to reflect. It's not necessarily a morning record that you want to go to work and get pumped up to. I think it's headphone music. I think it smokes well. I think that you need to take the time to just consume it in a full album setting, but it takes on a new life when you see it live. It's just incredible. Telharmonics next, then Skirting on the Surface with York on his SG bass. So he's got the 61, you know, SG that he plays, but he also has an SG bass, which is cool, you know, Gibson bass. The Same's next with Greenwood just pounding away on the pianos and the dreamy vocals by York. Read the Room's next, another new song. Pretty cool. The Smoke. Now York's on his bass again with that dum-dum, dum-dum. Probably one of their best songs on the record and on the live record from Intro, which I reviewed. Check out my channel, by the way. We review albums, we review concerts, we do ranking shows, we talk music every single day. And check out my channel, subscribe if you like it, like these videos. The Smoke was fantastic. Stillman returned on that. You Will Never Work in Television Again was their next song. that they ended their main set with. They came back for a 4-song encore, Free in the Knowledge, which is a song that they don't play very often. I think they've only played it 10 times since they've been a band. York's on acoustic guitar, and it's just so iconic when you see him with that, and you think of some of their classic 90s material where York, you know, plays acoustic like on High and Dry. You know, you just get goosebumps seeing these iconic legends, you know, and again, they're like musical geniuses going into their little piano or Keith's office or their bass, and they're just equally good on all these instruments. Again, just a musical chairs. People on balconies is next. You know, and again, during Free in the Knowledge, I mean, York's got the audience in the palm of his hands vocally. He's in full command vocally here. Bending Hectic is another new song, kind of a symphonic song, and then Johnny lands a haymaker with his guitar for the end and Ride Out, and then Pulled Apart by Horses finish the night. It was a fantastic night of music. Buddies Dan, Gilly, Billy Coulter, his son, and Brad, Christy, we just all had a blast, and that's my review of the show. It was fantastic in a sold-out room that was just brought to light by the smile. So we'll catch you later. Peace out. See ya.